There's a saying, rich people stay rich by acting poor, and poor people stay poor by acting rich. Hello, everyone, and welcome to one of the most important conversations you'll ever hear about building wealth, staying wealthy, and creating a legacy that lasts for generations. This isn't about winning the lottery, stumbling into a fortune, or following some get-rich-quick scheme. No, we're talking about strategies that have been tried, tested, and proven by some of the wealthiest people in the world. The things they do differently, the lessons they've learned, and the secrets they don't always talk about. By the end of this talk, you'll walk away not just motivated, but equipped with actionable steps to start changing your financial future today. Let's dive in. Part 1. The mindset of the rich. First things first, being rich is as much about the mind as it is about money. What do I mean by that? It means that before you can see wealth in your bank account, you have to build it in your mind. The rich have a fundamentally different way of thinking about money. Where most people see scarcity, the rich see abundance. Where most people think, I can't afford it, the rich think, how can I afford it? It's a simple shift, but it changes everything. Here is a truth that might surprise you. Most wealthy people didn't start out wealthy. Sure, some inherited their money, but studies consistently show that more than 70% of millionaires are self-made. That means they weren't born into money, they built it. And it all started with their mindset. That makes the rich. Long-term thinking, most people think about money in terms of today or this week. The rich, they think in terms of decades. They ask questions like, how will this decision impact me 5, 10, or 20 years from now? Wealth isn't built overnight. It's built by making consistent, smart decisions over time. Embracing risk. Wealthy people aren't reckless, but they're also not afraid of taking calculated risks. They understand that growth comes from stepping outside of their comfort zones, whether that's starting a business, investing in the stock market, or pursuing a new opportunity. Learning and adaptability. The rich never stop learning. Warren Buffett reads 500 pages a day. Elon Musk taught himself rocket science. The point is, wealth grows when you grow. If you're not learning, you're standing still. And in today's fast-paced world, standing still means falling behind. Part 2. How the rich build wealth. Now that we've covered mindset, let's talk about how the rich actually build their wealth. Because mindset alone isn't enough, you need to take action. Here's a principle that the rich live by. Money is a tool, not the goal. The goal isn't to hoard money, it's to use money to create more money. The wealthy don't just work for money, they make their money work for them. Let me show you how. 1. Diversifying income streams. The rich rarely rely on just one source of income. Instead, they diversify. They might have a salary, but they also invest in real estate, stocks, businesses, and other assets. Think of it like this: if one stream dries up, the others keep flowing. If you're relying on just one paycheck, you're always one step away from financial stress. The rich know this, so they build systems that generate income whether they're working or not. 2. Investing wisely. One of the biggest differences between the rich and everyone else is how they invest their money. While many people see investing as risky or confusing, the wealthy see it as essential. They put their money into things that grow over time. The stock market. Warren Buffett once said, the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. Wealthy people invest consistently and think long-term. Real estate. Property is one of the most tried and true ways to build wealth. It appreciates in value, provides passive income, and offers tax benefits. Businesses. Whether they're starting their own or investing in others, the rich understand the power of entrepreneurship. 3. Leveraging debt. Here is something most people don't realize. The rich don't fear debt, they use it to their advantage. Bad debt, like credit card debt, keeps people poor. But good debt, like a loan to buy a rental property or expand a business, can be a powerful tool. It's about using other people's money to build your wealth. The trick is knowing the difference between good and bad debt, and always having a plan to pay it back. Part 3. How the rich stay rich. Building wealth is one thing, staying wealthy is another. Many lottery winners, for example, lose everything within a few years. Why? Because they never learn how to manage and protect their wealth. Here are 3 key strategies the rich use to stay rich. 1. Living below their means. You might think the wealthy live in constant luxury, but here's the truth. Most millionaires live far below their means. They may not driving the flashiest cars or wearing the most expensive clothes, they reinvesting in their future. There's a saying, rich people stay rich by acting poor, and poor people stay poor by acting rich. It's not about denying yourself, it's about prioritizing what really matters. 2. Protecting their assets. The rich understand the importance of protecting what they've built. They do this by diversifying investments, never putting all their eggs in one basket. Using insurance, from health to property to liability insurance, they cover their bases. Setting up trusts and estates, this ensures their wealth passes smoothly to the next generation. 3. Constantly reinventing themselves. The world is constantly changing, and the rich stay ahead by adapting. They invest in learning new skills, pivoting their strategies, and staying curious. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start losing. Part 4. Actionable steps for you now. Let's make this personal. How can you start building wealth and creating a financial legacy? Here are some steps you can take starting today. Educate yourself. Commit to learning about personal finance, investing, and wealth-building strategies. Read books, take courses, listen to podcasts, whatever works for you. Start small. You don't need a lot of money to start building wealth. Begin with what you have. Whether it's $10 for a savings account or $100 for a stock portfolio. Automate your finances. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investments. So, you building wealth consistently. Network. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and push you to grow. They say your network is your net worth for a reason. Take action. The most important step is the first one. Don't let fear or perfectionism hold you back. Start today. Closing, your future awaits. So, there you have it, the mindset, strategies, and habits that the rich use to build and sustain their wealth. Here's the thing, becoming wealthy isn't reserved for a lucky few. It's about making the right decisions over and over again until those decisions compound into something extraordinary. You have everything you need to get started. The question is, will you take that first step? Because the truth is, the best time to start building wealth was yesterday. The second best time is today. Your future self is counting on you. Don't let them down. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, wealth isn't just about money, it's about freedom, opportunity, and living life on your own terms. You've got this.